Walk through a medieval church, bridge or timber hall today, and you're often standing beneath wooden beams that are 6, 7, sometimes 8 centuries old. Meanwhile, modern timber used in homes, decks and barns can begin rotting in a matter of decades. This isn't because medieval forests were magical or because modern builders are careless. It's because medieval societies treated wood as a long-term investment, not a disposable product, and they built systems around that belief. The story of why medieval wood endured while modern timber fails early is not romantic folklore. It is a lesson in patience, environment, and respect for material behaviour that modern construction largely abandoned. Medieval wood survived because it was grown, chosen, and harvested with purpose. Medieval builders did not harvest trees quickly or randomly. Oaks, chestnuts, and larches were often grown for generations with a future structure in mind. Trees were selected based on density, grain direction, and slow growth. A slowly grown oak, competing for light and nutrients, produces tight growth rings that resist moisture penetration and insect damage far better than fast-grown plantation timber. Harvesting mattered just as much as growth. Trees were typically felled in winter when sap levels were lowest. This reduced internal moisture and limited fungal growth from the very start. Modern timber is often cut year-round, rushed to processing, and sealed while still biologically active. A builder today can apply this lesson by choosing slow-grown timber, reclaimed wood, or species known for natural durability instead of relying on pressure-treated lumber alone. Seasoning wood was a process measured in years, not weeks. Medieval wood was not kiln-dried and rushed into use. It was air-seasoned for years, sometimes decades. Beams were stacked under cover, exposed to wind but protected from rain. This slow drying allowed internal stresses to relax naturally, preventing cracking and warping while stabilizing moisture content. Kiln drying speeds production, but creates brittle wood with microfractures that invite moisture later. Medieval builders accepted delay as the cost of longevity. They built slowly because, well, buildings were meant to outlive their makers. Modern builders can actually mirror this practice by allowing wood to acclimate naturally before installation and by avoiding sealing timber before it has stabilized fully. Medieval construction avoided trapping moisture at all costs. You know, the greatest enemy of wood is not age, but trapped moisture. Medieval structures, well, they were actually designed to breathe. Timber frames sat atop stone foundations which lifted the wood away from the damp ground. Roof overhangs were kept deep, shielding walls from driving rain. And importantly, the walls allowed airflow so condensation could escape. These days, modern construction often does pretty much the opposite. Wood is wrapped, sealed, and, well, sandwiched between impermeable layers. When moisture inevitably sneaks in, it has nowhere to go. Rot begins silently and honestly spreads unseen. There's a simple medieval principle that still applies today. Wood should dry faster than it gets wet. Builders who design for airflow and drainage, they dramatically extend the lifespan of timber. Medieval builders, they relied on chemistry without ever really knowing the science behind it. Tar, pine resin, lime wash and natural oils were all applied, not to seal wood completely, but rather to slow moisture absorption while still allowing evaporation, which is quite clever if you think about it. Oak beams, soaked in tannins, resisted insects. Larch heartwood, on the other hand, naturally repelled rot. Wood was always chosen for its suitability to the location, not just for convenience, and that made all the difference. Structural beams, exposed timbers and ground contact posts were never treated the same way. Today, using species-appropriate wood and breathable finishes often outperforms synthetic sealants that crack and fail over time. Time itself strengthened medieval timber instead of weakening it. As wood ages in stable conditions, resins crystallize and cellulose bonds tighten. Medieval beams hardened over centuries because, they were not stressed by rapid drying, chemical saturation, or constant moisture cycling. Modern timber rarely gets that chance. It's installed wet, sealed prematurely, and exposed to aggressive temperature changes. Instead of aging gracefully, it deteriorates quickly. This is why, reclaimed medieval timber, when found, is often stronger than modern equivalents of the same size. The difference was not technology, but really philosophy. Medieval builders expected buildings to last forever. Cathedrals took centuries to complete. Homes were inherited, not replaced. Wood was part of a system designed around durability, repairability, and patience, These days, modern construction prioritizes speed, cost, and short-term efficiency, really. Timber is expected to perform immediately, not mature over time. And when failure occurs, replacement is just assumed. Survival-minded builders and historians alike recognize that medieval wood endured because it was respected as a long-term material with specific needs. These forgotten principles still work if we choose to use them. Selecting slow-grown timber, allowing proper seasoning, designing for airflow, avoiding trapped moisture, and using breathable finishes are not outdated ideas. They are proven strategies that built civilizations. Medieval wood outlived empires because it was never treated as disposable. That lesson matters now more than ever. If you value forgotten knowledge, historical engineering, and real-world survival lessons drawn from the past, subscribe to the channel and share this video with others who believe history still has something left to teach us.